fitness and hospitality industries suffered greatly during the darkest days of the pandemic. Today, they're seeing a bit more light. Proof of vaccination is no longer required to enter gyms, theaters, and restaurants. The province introduced proof of vaccination, also known as vaccine passports, back in September of last year as a way of keeping people safe while keeping business open. Starting today, though, individual businesses can opt to still ask for proof, but that's no longer mandatory. Capacity limits have also been lifted. And for more on this, we are joined by Cindy Simpson of Restaurants Canada, and Doobie Filar is the owner of the Rosedale Diner. Thank you both for being with us. It's a pleasure to have you on. Doobie, we'll begin with you. You will continue to ask customers for proof of vaccination. Tell us more about your decision and whether or not this was a difficult decision to make.
Our decision is a difficult decision because we knew we were going to get flack regarding this decision, but it is basically to protect ourselves and our customers, and this is after consultation with customers and our employees, or first our employees and then the customers, who feel that it's still not for certain that it's time to take the restrictions off. It's interesting. I just spoke to one of my neighbors, one of the restaurants on the street, who told me that they went the other way. They decided to open for everyone, and they got customers canceling the reservations because of this. But for us, it was just in order to try to stay safe.
And you say there was some consultation here. So what did you hear from your customers? You say some of them wanted that proof of vaccination and this helps them feel more safe?
I would say that all the customers that we spoke to, all of them, said that they will feel safer this way. And we get lots of support online, together with lots of non-customers, most of them. I think I saw only one customer said that it's a wrong decision, but all of the criticism came from non-customers.
Okay, I want to bring in now another business owner. Clive Caldwell is the CEO of the Cambridge Group of Fitness Clubs. Welcome to the show. Thanks so much for being with us. You're also sticking with the same format. You will continue to ask customers for proof of vaccination. Tell us about your decision.
Well, you know, it was difficult, and there's so many challenges with all of these issues. But at the end of the day, in speaking to our members, we just felt the vast majority wanted us to just be cautious and just to see over the next few weeks whether or not there is a spike, which I think is what everybody's concerned about. And so we just made the decision that this was the prudent thing to do, and the vast majority of our members would prefer that we do it this way.
Okay, Cindy, tell us what you're hearing from restaurants today and other businesses. I mean, the province has left it up to businesses to decide whether or not to keep checking for proof of vaccination. And there's a lot for these businesses to consider here, right?
There's a lot to consider. And what I would like to say, and it's pretty much in line with the two guests, is that take baby steps. Just listen to the customers, listen to the staff, let people do exactly what they would like to do. If they would like to be away from people who are unvaccinated, make sure you can provide that safe space. If your staff want to wear their masks through the end of the year, let them wear their masks through the end of the year. I think all of us just have to be patient and pay attention to all of our stakeholders. They really care about our businesses. They're glad to be able to come back. And we have to make sure that everybody feels safe and comfortable in our environments.
Yeah, it is important to take this slow and make sure we do this right. Clive, we saw a so-called freedom convoy occupy our nation's capital. The people who are anti-vaccine, anti-mandate, they're passionate about their views. Are you worried about unruly passengers, or rather customers, I should say?
You know, I suppose a little bit, but not really. You know, we've been through this now the last 6, 7, 8 months. We actually came out early to say that we wanted all of our members to be vaccinated. We got a tremendous amount of support. So you know, I've had a few people sort of yelling at me here and there, but in general, the vast majority of people are supportive of our caution, and everyone just wants everywhere to be very, very safe and healthy.
Doobie, I got to tell you, finding businesses to talk to on camera tonight, it was a sort of a challenge, mostly because many who are sticking with vaccine passports, they're nervous, they're afraid. Are you concerned about any kind of backlash here?
Yes, we are concerned about the possibility of someone unresponsible will do things, but not like the gym industry. We don't have members. We have members of public who can walk in anytime and create things or throw things into us. We have been, how should I put it, encountered some resistance from members of the public, but most of them are not even from Ontario. But because of the way of accessing social media, it's getting scary a bit.
Okay, and Cindy, I want to ask you if you're worried that some restaurant goers won't go back to in-person dining because the province is doing away with the vaccine passport. Do you worry about that?
Well, the next 6 months are going to tell us everything. You probably know we've been closed for 441 days in Ontario, and people aren't going to be rushing back immediately, but every day we see more and more people, and the businesses are growing, and people are dipping their toe in the water and finding that they can be safe wherever they go. And I think over the next 6 months we're going to see a big change, but it's going to take that much time for people to really come back in the numbers that they were before.
Okay, and Clive and Doobie, I know you just made a tough decision, and you say you're going to reevaluate in a couple of weeks. I guess, Doobie, we'll go to you first. What will you consider here, and do you think you could change your mind a couple of weeks down the road? What will you be watching for?
Yes, we can change our mind. We will be watching for the numbers to start with, and the level of how comfortable our customers and employees. And again, I should first employees and then customers. One thing that I want to mention that I do anyway, we are the restaurant, nothing against people who don't agree with us, but part of freedom is everybody make his own decisions. I like to compare it to, in the old days, what used to be a smoking or non-smoking restaurant. We were a non-smoking restaurant guarding our health. And it's a similar situation here, but much more dangerous, I would say, and much more active for some reason.
That is an interesting comparison for sure. Clive, how do you feel?
Yeah, to your core question, I think we're just looking for a spiking, or hopefully that there's not going to be a spiking, that the numbers continue to decline and we're really putting this behind us. I really share the view that we all want to get back out. I want to travel again. I want to go to resorts. I want to go to restaurants. And I think as soon as people feel very safe, and I think they're feeling safer and safer these days, and I just think we hopefully are in the last hurrah for this. And in the next few weeks, there will not be a spiking, and we will not be demanding it. And I also think that the government very quickly is going to be dropping the mask mandate. It seems that the states all around us are dropping it, and I think it's very likely to be happening pretty quickly here in Ontario as well.
Okay, we'll leave it there. Thank you all so much for your time. Good luck to all of you. Cindy Simpson, Clive Caldwell, and Doobie Filar. Thank you so much.